my dear children, very good morning one and all. Welcome back to GS class. Today I am going to start new lesson. Before that, I am going to say something about lesson number 10. Lesson number 10th notes I will give later, and I hope you all are practicing for annual exam. Understood? I hope you children. You have to practice every day for annual exam. I will give answer the following main, define the following and give reason. That much only you have to practice for annual exam. I will give as a assignment that assignment right back of the GS notes, back pages. That much only you should learn for annual exam, which mean answer the following, define the following and give the reason. Other than the other mains, you should read all up to lesson number 1 to 12 will be there for annual exam. That is the portion for the annual exam. But I will reduce in the question answer main, define the following main and give reason main. That much only practice for annual exam. Don't confuse children. You should not call to me also. Don't give tension to your parents also. Clearly I am going to say once again. Answer the following, define the following and give reason. I am going to give only selected question answer. That much only practice for annual exam and also write as assignment. You have to write in the GS notes itself. Back pages. No need to write A4 size sheet, nothing. Only write in the GS notes. That is practice for annual exam also, help to annual exam also. That much only learn the 3 mains for the annual exam. All the mains you should practice all question, everything. Tick it, fill in example, name the following, picture composition, pictures, based on picture and draw the pictures. These are everything there, 1 to 12 lessons. But only remaining 3 mains, that much only practice. Are we clear children? Yes. Okay, now I am going to start new lesson. Look at the good morning image children. What it is doing, that dog, what it is doing children? Yes, it is pulling her blanket. Then today's lesson also push and pull. What children? Lesson number 11. Lesson name push and pull. All forces are either push or pull. When force moves an object away from something, that is push. When force brings an object closer, that is pull. Then what are the examples for push and pull? Actions like opening the door, lifting a bag, kicking a ball, pushing a dryer, pushing a boxes are some of the tasks when do every day. All these actions result in the change of the position of an object, and for that it requires force in the form of a push or pull. Then what are the difference? Okay, before that we are going to learn in this lesson main points about force, effects of force, type of force. Main we are going to learn these points in this lesson, which are children? Force, effects of force, type of force. Yes, here push forces and pull forces. Push means a push is a force moving something away from you, right children? A pull is a force moving something towards you. That is push and pull. Then what are the difference children? Yes, push and pull both are force, but the difference is in their directions at which it is applied. If the force applied in the direction of motion of the particle, then we can call it is push. If the force applied in the direction opposite to the motion of the particle, that it is termed as a pull. Then what are the example of push? Pushing the what is that, table, chair, everything. Pushing the car when it is breaks down, pushing the table from one place to another. Yeah, these are the example. Now let's discuss about concept of force. When we open a door from the inside, we pull the door by applying force. Without force, we can't do anything. Right? We can, if you want to change the position, upset of the position, you have to apply the force. Then only it changes position. Similarly, when we close the door, we push the door by applying force. Otherwise, is it going to close itself? Never. So, if we push the or pull the door, then only it is open, otherwise closing. Not only door, all the work also. If keep the chair one side place, one place to another place, you have to bring it or push it. Then only it changes position, direction, everything. The force is very important for the work. Thus, a push or pull applied on an object is called force. What is force, children? Push or pull applied on an object is called force. Push or pull applied, that is called force. We apply force to perform many actions such as hitting a ball while playing cricket, kicking a football, sharpening a pencil, catching a ball, carrying a bag. These are the example of the force. Right? All these actions require force, but the amount of force for each of the actions difference. Again, we cannot see force, but we can feel it and see its effect on object and people. Yes, can you see the force? Can't. We can feel the force when, for example, if push the door or kick the ball, that time what happened? It going to change the position direction. That time we can going to feel. But some effects of force are there. When we kick a ball, it start moving. Not only ball, whatever it is, if kick, yes, football or tennis ball, whatever it is, if push, it's going to start moving. When we need do, that is also changes its shape. The floor do you need or something, if you change or mixing, that time it is going to change the shape. Without we can't push, apply the force, it can't mix the floor also, not making the chapatis or something. If whenever you put the force, then only it is going to change the shapes, round shape or whatever, which shape you need, you can change the force by applying the force only. All these are the example effects of force. Some following are some effects of force. Some effects are there. Listen carefully, children. What are the effects? A force can move or stationary object. Yes, if you stay anything or if you still object, it can move when apply the force. A force can move a stationary object. A force can also make a moving object move faster. Yes, if you want to push the ball forcefully, it is going to fast. It is also making moving fast. A force can stop a moving object. Yes, force can stop the moving object also. Yes, whenever while playing the cricket time, if hit the ball, if catch it, how it is going to fast. That time also you have to catch it. You have to going to stop the ball. That is also by the force. A force can slowly down a moving object. Yes, these are the effect of the force. It is making fast. It is force can stop, and force can slow down a moving object, and force can move a stationary object. These are the effect of the force. A force can change the direction of a moving object. This is very important. It is making what, children? Make the position, change of the position. It can stop, it can slow down a moving object, it can move a stationary object, it can also make a moving object move faster, and it can change the direction also. A force can change the shape of a object also. Yes, these are the main effect of the force. With if there is no force, can't change of shape also, moving object also, nothing children. These are the effect of the force. Now some types of the forces. There are different types of forces, so many are there. Let us discuss about some of them. See here, look at the image, so many are there. Applied force, spring force, drag force, frictional force, normal force, magnetic force, electric force, gravitational force. These are so many are, but today we are going to discuss some forces, type of the force: muscular, frictional, magnetic, gravitational force. In this lesson, we are going to learn which type children? Muscular force, first one; magnetic force, second one; uh, gravitational force, third one; frictional force, fourth one. We are going to learn only 4 types of force, but so many types of force. But in this lesson and in the 4th standard, we are going to learn only 4 types of force. First one, muscular force. Force is a type of contract force. Force which acts if you lift a brick from the ground, then your muscles do work for lifting it ends. See, listen children, the name only going to say muscular force. By the muscle only going to apply the force. Muscular force is the force applied by our body parts. Yes, from the our body parts only it is going to muscular force. This force uses action of muscles. From the muscle only it is actioning. Muscular force is required whenever any movement of body occurs. When we push or pull something, we apply muscular force. Muscular force is applied in opening a door, kicking a football, and plucking a fruits from a tree. These are the example of the muscular force. Children, muscular force nothing but you are applying or action using action of the muscles. And muscular force is required whenever any movement of body occurs. Example, if push or pull or kick from the muscle only, that is coming from the muscles. That's why we are calling muscular force. Example, push the opening a door, kicking a, without your hand, without your leg. How can you open? How can you push? Yes, you are using muscles, applying muscle force. That's why I call muscular force. Now, magnetic force. You must have placed with magnets. Here magnetic, that name only going to say magnetic force means from the magnet only coming the force. Yes, if placed with the magnets, magnets possess a force that can attract certain objects towards them from a distance. See what are the difference? Muscular force and magnetic force. Magnetic force attracts towards, but muscular we have to put the force from the muscle. But magnetic, it can attract certain object towards them from a distance. If there is distance, it will attract. Have you seen magnet children? Yes. If not, see, just you ask your parents. If there is at home, they will show. Right children? Then only you are going to understand. I thought you have seen this magnetic. Yes, that just check it from the magnet. It will attract from distance. The force with which a magnet attracts or repels iron object or another magnet is called magnetic force. What is magnetic force children? The force which magnet attracts or repels iron objects or another magnet is called magnetic force. See, magnet attracts only iron pieces, irons, not plastic, not wooden, nothing, not other metals, only iron metals. It will going to attract. only iron objects or another magnetic is called magnetic force. There are two poles in a magnet. So look at the picture, two poles, north and south. One side north, one side south mentioned. So north, that is called north pole, and south called south pole. Like same poles means north never attract, only repel. But north south it is going to attract. That is one speciality, children, for magnets. Same poles never attract, only opposite, south to north, then only attract. South to south never attract, repulse. So all magnets produce magnetic fields around them. Magnets may be natural or man-made, or earth also acts as a gain magnet, as it has a molten core inside it. Because here children, magnets whether natural or man-made. Natural example means our earth, because so many cores melted inside it, that's why attract. Some, if you throw the ball, if you throw anything, it will if you jump from high, you are coming to down, that is means attraction. Say man-made means you are using magnets, no, that is man-made things, man-made attracts. See, in this there are two poles, north pole and south pole. Same poles can't attract, opposite south and north pole only attract, right? See, muscular force you are applied from the muscles, but magnetic force it is using magnets possess for a force that can attract certain object towards them. Then which object to attract, children? Magnetic, only iron object or another magnetic answer. The amount of magnetic force depends on distance. Closer magnets are, the stronger the force. On a magnet, the force is the strongest at both poles. Like poles repel, opposite poles attract. If you break a magnet in half, you get two magnets. That is, these are the about magnetic force. Next, we are going to learn gravitational force. Gravitational force means, you are thinking what? Yes, earth. When an apple falls from a tree, it falls towards the ground. When you throw a ball up in the sky, it comes back to the ground after going up to certain height. Why? See here, look at the picture. Newton's theory of the gravitational force. Every particle of a matter in the universe attracts every other particles with a force that is directly proportional to the product of the masses of the particle and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Here, gravitational force with which earth pulls everything towards itself. It is forces of attraction between particles of the matter. Example, ball throw up runs back to the earth due to the gravitational force. Yes, it is the force of the gravity that makes things fall to the ground. Thus, the force that attracts object to the center of a earth is called gravitational force. What is gravitational force? The object, if you fall to the ground, thus the force that attracts object. The force that attracts object to the center of the earth, that is called gravitational force. This gravitational force is also the force that holds our sun, planets and moons together. See, these are the example of the gravitational force. Throwing a apple, falling the apple, or throwing a ball, whatever it is attracts towards our earth because of gravitational force. See, muscular force depending on the muscles, magnetic force depending on the magnet, and gravitational force depending on our earth. Earth has gravitational force. That's why everyone fall towards the earth. Next, Frictional force. This is one more type of the frictional force. Force that opposes motion between two surfaces depending on the types of the surface. Force between the surface. The force that opposes the motion of one object over another when two objects are in contact with each other is called friction. Friction stops or slows down the movement of object across a surface. What is children? Friction. The force that opposes the motion of the one object over another when two objects are in contact with each other is called friction. Friction stops or slows down the movements of object across a surface. See, it is going to oppose us. It is going to stop also, it is going to start also in this force. Example, when you stop pedaling your bicycle, it gradually slows down and stops. Smooth surface provides less friction than rough surface. See, friction means it is going to action 2 opposes the motion of the one object over another. So when two objects are is contract with each other, that is friction. It is going to slow also, it is going to make fast also. For example, say pedaling the cycle, that is also. If you stop the pedaling your bicycle, it gradually slows down and stops. Smoothly surface provides less friction. If pedal the cycle means you have to put the more friction. When you stop the pedaling the cycle time, what happened? Less friction than rough surface. If national highway, how to pedal? Easy to run, right? Easy to pedal. Not only cycle or car runs the car. They easy because no humps, nothing there. So smooth area, we can't put more friction or down, going down places. If not start the bike also, it is moving towards the down. So that time can't pedal or can't start, can't do more friction in the smooth area. But rough area, you have to put the more friction to that. Pedaling the cycle or if you climb the hill, that time what happened? Full. If while climbing the hill time, you are taking more friction or more risk, more force. But coming down time easily. Did you go to fort? Yes, that time what happened? If going time very very tired, but coming time easy to come down. Not less friction. Friction means when the two objects are in contact with each other, that friction. Friction stops or slows down in the movement of the object. Example, pedaling your cycle, it gradually slow down and stops also. This is a friction action in the opposite direction, only opposite direction. If put the force pedaling the cycle, that is the opposite direction. See, here there are, yes, we are going to learn force and effects of the force and types of the force. What is force? A push or pull applied on an object is called force. Then what are the effects of the force? A force can move a stationary object. A force can also make a moving object, and force can stop a moving object. A force can slow down a moving object, and a force can change the direction of the moving. A force can change the shape of the object. These are the effect of the object. And types of the force. There are 4 types in this lesson. Which are children? Muscular force, magnetic force, gravitational force, friction force. Muscular force nothing but applied action of the muscles. Muscular force is required whenever a movement of a body occurs. When a push or pull something. Applied muscular force. And magnetic force. Yes, the force with which a magnet attracts or repels iron objects or other magnetic is called magnetic force. There are 2 poles, north and south. Only never attract same poles. attracts opposite poles. Example, the magnet attracts irons. Whether natural magnets may be natural or man-made. Earth, natural magnet, and man-made, you have seen that. And gravitational force means the force that attracts object to the center of the earth, that is gravitational force. And frictional force, when two objects are in contact with each other, called friction, or acting in the opposite direction. These are the types of the force. Children, this is easy lesson, nothing there in this lesson about force, push and pull and effects of the force. What happened if put the force, if applied the force, that is those are effects of the force. It is changing position, direction, everything. And types of the force, four types of muscular force, magnetic force, gravitational force and frictional force. This much only there, and one activity there, you have to do it, that activity. Page number 108 I will give later. And let's know more something there, that general knowledge. Many years ago, Sir Isaac Newton discovered gravity or gravitational force. Yes, this is very important. Who discovered the gravitational force, children? Sir Isaac Newton. See, how did find? He saw an apple falling from a tree. He wondered why applied apple fell on the ground and not fly away in the air. Later, they realized that there must be a force that made it fall down. He named this force as gravitational force. This is the story of the gravitational force discovered Isaac Newton. If if on that same place, we can't. If you fall on the apple, easily you can eat, or throwing somewhere. You can't. You never think about why it is going to fall, why birds are flying. You never. What did you children if fall? You going to eat or something, you sleep or put aside of your body. If you under on the same tree or one tree, you never think about that. Extra never think. But here Sir Isaac Newton, see how thought it. If he saw an apple falling from a tree, but if you were in that place, you never, oh, it is going to fall, what happened, okay, if it is good, you are going to eat, otherwise you are throwing easily off, right? But Isaac Newton, he wondered why apple fell the ground and not fly away. Later realized and kept a name, that is gravitational force. That is creativity thinking. Nobody thinking like that. If there is anything, not only falling apple or in front of something going on or happening, never think about, hey, why do you want? Just okay, if fall are you going to eat or I will sleep. Just you are thinking like this. But Sir Isaac Newton say how discovered from that creativity thinking and critical thinking, then only it is going to discover something, otherwise never. And frictional force also. These are the main points in this lesson. Now let's know keywords. Force, a push or pull applied on an object. Friction, the force that opposes the motion of one object over another when they are in contact with each other. Gravity, the force that attracts the object towards the center of the earth. Now let's revise. What did you learn from this lesson? A push or pull acting on an object is called force. A force can start or stop a movement, change the path or speed of a moving object, or change the shape and size of the object. These are the effect of the object. There are different types of the force such as muscular force, gravitational force, magnetic force and frictional force. Gravity and friction are acting all the time in our day-to-day life. That is correct. Friction helps us to walk and vehicle to move on the road. These are the main points, main matter in this lesson. I hope you understood. And now there are two activities you have to do. Then only you are knowing about some this first activity you are knowing about magnetic force. Second activity if you do to find answer the above observation to take class. This is also one force it is there. So there are two different forces. You have to do these activities and send to my WhatsApp. See, always sending of the lesson going to say about activity, and this is for annual exam internal marks, but only few countable students only you will do and upload to my WhatsApp. What about others? You have to do if come if not come with the presence of your parents. Understood children? I hope you will do these activities and understanding this lesson also. Now, time to say thank you, children. Have a nice day and prepare practice for annual exam. Thank you.